Welcome, welcome, welcome to Kickstarter Radio. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and we're back on Kickstarter. Let's go to Japan from AAG. My goodness me, this is my cup of tea. It is really, really cool. And well done, AEG, for actually bringing out a deluxe version. Because what they're doing this is really, really cool. Now, why is this game my cup of tea? Can we make it a bit bigger? There we go. Yeah. There we go. Happy days. We've got an interesting marker here, isn't it? I was like, what's that? And it's 4 people at the table. So 1 to 4 if you get the standard edition. 1 to 5 players if you get the Deluxe Edition. And why wouldn't you get the Deluxe Edition? Let's go down and have a look at this. My only disappointment of this game is that they're not delivering to Mexico. I sent them a message and they actually said that it's too much of a risk. Come on, AEG, you're a retail game. I've kickstarted more than 40 games. They've all come to Mexico really easy. In fact, Everdell, they had shipping which was like a special shipping price for countries that they thought were risky, that if the game did not arrive, they would not give you anything back. And I don't know why AEG don't do that. You know, it's our risk of pledging and our risk of shipping if it gets here on, you know, why can't we take the risk? However, this Kickstarter is very much like a pre-order because it's shipping in the summer, and I'm going back to Ireland in the summer, so if I put an Irish address in, I can bloody get it. So actually, I'm in a very good mood as I can circumvent this. I go back to Ireland every 4 years as I want to take my son back there as he's half Irish, half Mexican. So, and as it's the tradition to return to the homeland every 4 years if you're Irish. Top of the morning to you. And if you're Irish watching this, happy days. How's things with you? Are you an expat like myself? Anyway, this wonderful bundle here you can see, it's wrapped up in a Japanese cloth because this is the traditional way of wrapping up a present in Japan without wasting wrapping paper or putting the present in a bag. They just wrap it up like this. This is actually going to be a cool memento. You're not going to put this on the shelf, I think, but it actually might be used for something else. I have no idea, like a tea towel, for example, in your kitchen. Anyhow, that's a really kind of a nice thing because it's got so much Japanese culture on this, and in fact the whole point of the game is that you're a tourist coming into Japan and you're doing things. Now, when you do things, you actually create a bit of stress and stuff. You're tourists going to tourist sites and stuff. You go into different areas, getting different transport, and I love the whole theme of it. I love it. I love this fact you're a tourist and going around Japan, and the more it unlocks, the more destinations you're going to be having, which is delicious. Now, these bowls that you see here, these are from the deluxe part, and I love the fact AEG have gone to the trouble of showing you the deluxeified version of the game as a picture, because I hate coming down and seeing the retail version as the first picture. Now, the first picture here is bang on because it's got these amazing tokens that you're getting as we go down, so we can see how beautiful it looks on the table. We can see the calendar of the days and all that good stuff, and how it's broken down and all this amazing things that you can be doing. It's such a beautiful, beautiful game. So it's basically Eurogame, but it's basically you're going to get points by doing stuff that's really interesting. So, for example, you're going to eat at this restaurant. You're going to visit the anime museum. Why wouldn't you? You're in Japan. A drumming class on these traditional drums that they have. Really, really cool. So it's seeping in theme and all that good stuff. And the art is wonderful because it's kind of mixing a lot of this Japanese things. You've got the cat that's kind of waving one's hand and all this stuff. So yeah, Radho, it's charming, it's smart, a labour of love. It is lovely. It's really, really good. And was inspired by a visit to Japan, of course. Now this is quite interesting. You will get this passport expansion. These are 8 passport cards that give you a, a unique ability when you start the game. But just to be aware, you need to back a level. You can't come in here as a minimum pledge. You've got to back as a full pledge. Because they're basically saying if you're a late pledger or a retail pledger, you have to add this for 10. You need to go on the deluxe pledge, I think, is it? The festival goer pledge. You need to go on that to get this, but you also need to go on AEG's mailing list as well. So it's 2 things you need to do: sign on to the mailing list, sign on to the festival goer, all that good stuff. Now, the retail box, these are beautiful big cards. I love these cards. 128 tarot size cards. Tarot size cards, though, are expensive to sleeve. I wonder if we're going to get a sleeve add-on pack from AEG. Hopefully they will surprise us through the campaign. And AEG really pushing the Kickstarter flexing here, because they are putting stretch goals on. I just wish they sorted out their shipping to Mexico, but luckily this year I can circumvent that with my trip back home. But yeah, it's got all the iconic things, all the cultural things in Japan. I've never actually visited Japan, but it's something I may do, of course. And yeah, so it has this really interesting, colourful but clean look to it. But this is the retail, of course. The train tickets, wilds, stress and happiness tokens, wonderful, favourable conditions, research tokens. There's so much goodness going on in this game. I highly recommend you watch a playthrough. But Fura Shokini cloth, so Haya Goshimini. Yeah. Gold foil boss for the upgraded box, indeed. 5th player added, why not? Wooden tokens, lovely. Wooden train tickets, why not? Wooden wilds, wooden upgrades, wooden stress and happiness, and these nice cloth bags with, I don't know what they say. Please have a translation in the in the box. Doesn't matter anyway, these are just for storage. And more storage. It's got bags everywhere just to put your components in. These are obviously just going to be small bags to hold these wooden components that you see up here. Score pad's going to be converted into a travel journal. I do like this. And the day trip expansion is included in the box as well. So that's a nice add-on that they're putting in for you, which is increasing the value of this festival goer pledge. Also, these nice storage boxes. Of course, you can use these with any of your games, and they've actually said that these are going to come in their own box, which will be roughly the same size box as the Let's Go to Japan box. And if they are similar size, I don't know why you can't do a sleeve that actually goes around both boxes, so you can store Let's Go Japan and the box of ceramic bowls, so it can be stored as a one. That's why, it's one of the reasons why I think sleeves can be good around the box if it's holding 2 boxes together. And I hopefully the dev watches the video and maybe gets and gets it. Oh yes, that would be kind of something nice to see. Anyway, day trip expansion, and you know this is really going to be interesting because it almost has a little bit of research value to it, doesn't it? Because if you go to Japan, you're probably going to want to see these things, and it's really, really cool. Right, so how do you play? You're going to be draft activity cards, place them onto the itinerary. Your itinerary, of course, is your play board. And you can discard a card and go for a walk and explore the city at the end of the game. What's all that about? Match icons to each day's favourable conditions to earn bonuses. So there's going to be lots of combos going on, which is delicious. Pass cards on. You didn't pick to the next player. Move the round tracker. So there is this round robin of cards going around. So that's nice. And the activities that you go on will be giving happiness and stress. So you've really got to balance the tourism in you to actually make sure you're getting everything you want, because you don't want to be too stressful, because it's giving you negatives. And if you're going to be happier, you're going to have more energy to do things and stuff like this. But obviously doing things with a bit of stress is going to actually probably give you more victory points. So there's going to have to be some kind of tug of war going on with your decisions that's going on. The tickets let you travel around, and the one thing that it doesn't tell you here is kind of the research things that you're getting, which is going to be interesting to discover. When you watch a playthrough, you'll see it all come out, and it gels really well, and it looks like a really cute, wonderful game, and it's possibly a gateway with a little bit of gamer in there. If you add, if you add more players, it gets a little bit tighter. But 2-player, good gateway. More players, a little bit more gamery. I think it does go. But anyway, this is potentially a... oh no. I looked at this May delivery. It's not coming in May at all. It's coming in April. Oh dear. Well, I'd have to send this to Ireland. I'm going to have to get them to ship it out to me. It's the only bloody way I can do it. It is pretty sad. Like, come on, AG, you're doing a lot of Kickstarter goodness here. Why can't you just get quartermaster deliveries to handle Mexico? And put it as us expats, our risk of ordering it, because I've never had a Kickstarter that has never been delivered. Never. Anyway, the stretch goals have been declared as all gameplay stretch goals, so that they're all adding to the game, and they're adding to both the retail and the Kickstarter box. So there it is. And so far it's blowing up on Kickstarter. I think it's doing very well, and hopefully we'll get more stretch goals, as it's hinting there is going to be more. And maybe I'll have to do a final thoughts on this when it gets fully unlocked, and maybe we'll get an update on the shipping if I can bend the arm of the developer that I'm in contact with. But yeah, it's nice social goals going on. Share some images. Go to Board Game Geek if you're not banned from there. Shared images of Japan. That's nice. So these are kind of ones to really get promotion out there, and I like this stuff going on. Let's Go Washi Tape. That's an interesting one, isn't it? 3rd shared images of their favourite anime characters in the form of cosplay, toys, or awesome t-shirts with #Lizard. I wrote a Let's Go Washi Tape. What's a washi tape? Like I said, this is very cultural. 20 shared image of selfies on a plane. That's an interesting one for luggage tags. Sticker pack. This is just for stickers. You can stick inside of the box if you want. Postcards if you get this one. Conveyor belt sushi card. That's a fun one. And alternate card ones. So these are all cool. The rewards are all cool. Get your ass out there and do your photos if you want to do that. Yeah, cool. Sumo tournament bracket. During the campaign, we're going to have matchups between 16 of the best things to experience in Japan. Which one will win it? Ramen versus soba and tempura. It's going to have to be ramen, isn't it? And they want you to vote on this. Do they want it on the updates? BG? No, Twitter, you've got to vote. Interesting. And you can see their little competition that they've got going on here. It's like a World Cup of going to Japan, isn't it? So yeah, it's getting a lot of buzz, it's getting a lot of love. The only downside for me is the shipping. It's very awkward, actually. And so yeah, the all-in pledge has the neoprene player mats. The all-in pledge, does it have the festival goer? It says the cloth, the box, stretch goals, Kickstarter exclusives, ceramic bowl. So you've got to add that. Oh, so you've got to add that. That's a neoprene mat add-on, and it has its own box. Right, okay. Right, so that is an add-on. That's pushing it near 100 now, isn't it? Day trip expansion. This is the one you can get for free. I'm really confused. Free with the Missouri edition. What's the Missouri edition? Is that the Festival Gore? Yes, let's go to Japan Matsuri edition. That's Kickstarter box. The free one's the passport. Right. Crikey. Anyway, there are videos here, of course. Radho's the best one for me. And retail pledge and all that. And terrible. I mean, the way it is with shipping is the way that, you know, Everdell had the shipping, but during the campaign, the Everdell devs did include shipping to other countries at their own risk, and I was happy to take the risk, and I got Everdell. So it's these kind of retail companies that have this kind of nervousness coming to Kickstarter and shipping to these risky countries, and Mexico is no longer a risky country, for goodness sake. You know, recently had Frosthaven delivered, bang, massive box, no problem. Tenaris Adventures is actually in my city, but it's stuck at the fecking UPS centre and won't be here till tomorrow. It's been there since last Thursday because there was a national holiday here, Bank Holiday Monday in Mexico, and it's been clouded up with all this post. Ugh. But Tenaris Adventures is here, no problem with that. That's a massive box. This is just a little box. I don't see any risk, so come on. If you watch this video, please give a thumbs up in support for getting this risky shipping pledge, because it's a little bit alienating, especially for expats that are in the genre, right? And it's not just Mexico we're talking, it's for other countries as well. And they just need to take the example of the Everdell all-in collection Kickstarter, the very last Kickstarter Everdell did, and you'll see the kind of shipping that they did. Anyway, I'm going to forward this information to the devs, and hopefully they can be a little bit more agile. There's 19 days to go, gives them plenty of time to do their due diligence, and I will be sad if I have to circumvent it and ship it to Ireland and then get that forwarded onto me. It's going to be a little bit of a pain, it really is. But having said that, it looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? Let's go Japan. Drafting game and wonderful theme, highly thematic, a big advert to go to Japan, and really cool art across the board. It looks really, really cool. So let me know your thoughts down below, what you think of this. Are you going to be going for those extra 5 player mats for the extra 25? Because you know, you're going to have a box for those mats, you're going to have a box for the bowls, you're going to have a box for this. It needs a big sleeve, doesn't it, to just go around them all. That's what I feel. Absolutely. Anyway, peeps, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you see fit. Think about subscribing if you like Kickstarter coverage. This week we have been covering pins. Oh my god, pins! I fell in love with some pins, so I did a video on it. And also, have you got Frosthaven and Gloomhaven? Do you want to double down even more on that game before the miniature pack comes out? Man, the neoprene mat collection is on GameFound. I did a video yesterday on that. I've been doing accessories this week. That's because I'm coming to the end of my collection. So I'm just basically, is this going to be my last year on Kickstarter for actually backing stuff outside of expansions? Woohoo! Well, let's go to Japan. you come at a good time, because I will be probably wouldn't be backing you next year. We'll see that much. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. This is Kickstarter Radio 102.4. We highly recommend Let's Go. So on that bombshell, thank you so much for watching. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye from me.